Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome back to Treasures of History, where we unlock the deepest mysteries of lost civilizations. I'm your archaeological guide, and today we're diving into a discovery so incredible that it's forcing archaeologists to completely rewrite what we know about our ancient ancestors. Picture this scene with me. 11,000 years ago, long before the pyramids were even a dream, long before Stonehenge existed, ancient people were already creating something absolutely extraordinary in the hills of southeastern Turkey. But what Turkish archaeologists discovered just recently at Göbekli Tepe will blow your mind and challenge everything you thought you knew about prehistoric humanity. Before we unveil this mind-bending revelation, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because what we're about to explore today is just the beginning of mysteries that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Here's the puzzling question that has archaeologists completely baffled. How did people who supposedly lived in simple hunter-gatherer societies manage to create sophisticated stone sculptures that rival anything we see in later civilizations? The answer lies buried in the ancient walls of Göbekli Tepe, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that's been revealing its secrets for decades. But what happened during a recent excavation ceremony, attended by Princess Elko of Japan and the Turkish Minister of Culture and Tourism, was nothing short of extraordinary. Let me take you back to that moment of discovery. Imagine archaeologists carefully brushing away 11,000 years of accumulated earth and debris. Suddenly, embedded within a wall between two massive communal structures, they uncover something that shouldn't exist according to traditional archaeology: a perfectly preserved human statue. Transport yourself back 11,000 years. The world is emerging from the last ice age. Most of humanity is still wandering in small groups, hunting wild animals and gathering plants to survive. Yet here in what is now Turkey, something remarkable is happening. Ancient architects, yes, architects, are constructing massive oval structures with towering T-shaped pillars weighing up to 20 tons each. These aren't simple shelters. These are sophisticated ceremonial complexes that required incredible planning, organization, and skill. But here's what makes this discovery even more incredible. These ancient master craftsmen weren't just building monuments. They were creating detailed human sculptures with an artistic sophistication that rivals anything from much later civilizations. Now let's examine this incredible new discovery with the eye of a scientific detective. The newly unveiled statue stands approximately 2 to 3 feet in height and is carved from the same limestone used throughout Göbekli Tepe. But here's where it gets fascinating. This isn't the first human statue found at the site. Several years ago, archaeologists discovered a similar sculpture lying face down in a domestic area. That earlier statue, measuring 66 centimeters tall, shows a human figure in an almost identical pose. Arms bent at the elbow, hands meeting at the navel, looking skyward. The figure appears to be wearing some kind of cap or has elaborately styled hair, and you can clearly see the remains of a beard, despite thousands of years of erosion. But here's the most intriguing detail. Instead of legs, these statues have conical pegs, clearly designed to be planted upright in the ground like ancient sentinels. But the mystery deepens when we examine exactly where and how this new statue was discovered. Unlike its predecessor, which was found in a domestic chamber next to a pillar fragment, possibly an ancient relic storage area, this new sculpture was embedded directly into a wall between two of Göbekli Tepe's massive communal buildings. This raises absolutely mind-boggling questions. Was this a ritual offering? Was it honoring a deceased leader or ancestor? Or are we looking at evidence of beliefs and practices so ancient and sophisticated that we can barely comprehend them? Consider this incredible possibility. Maybe these statues represent actual people who lived at Göbekli Tepe. Perhaps when someone died, especially someone important, and their body was lost to wild animals or other circumstances, the community created these memorial sculptures as a way to honor them and keep their memory alive within the very walls of their sacred structures. Here's where our archaeological detective work becomes even more fascinating. The evidence suggests these statues had two completely different phases of use. Initially, they stood upright, ancient guardians watching over ceremonies and daily life. Then, in a later period, they were deliberately incorporated into walls during construction or renovation phases. This pattern isn't unique to Göbekli Tepe. At the nearby site of Karahan Tepe, archaeologists have discovered statue heads with leopard paws carved on either side, deliberately placed into wall niches. Sometimes entire collections of human bones were carefully arranged in wall cavities, suggesting a profound spiritual relationship between the living and the dead. We are looking at evidence of belief systems so sophisticated that they rival anything from much later civilizations. What makes this discovery absolutely revolutionary is what it tells us about the intellectual and spiritual sophistication of our prehistoric ancestors. These weren't simple hunter-gatherers scratching out a basic existence. These were master architects, skilled sculptors, and deep thinkers who developed complex belief systems about life, death, memory, and the sacred. Göbekli Tepe was continuously occupied and renovated for hundreds of years. Buildings were constantly rebuilt, repaired, and reimagined. The famous T-shaped pillars were moved, recarved, and repurposed. This wasn't a static monument, it was a living, breathing center of ancient civilization that evolved over countless generations. And here's something that will absolutely amaze you. Recent analysis of a painted stone ball discovered at Göbekli Tepe in 2023 suggests these ancient people had artistic traditions we're only beginning to understand. Fellow explorers, what we've uncovered today at Göbekli Tepe represents just one piece of a massive puzzle that's forcing us to completely reconsider human prehistory. These ancient sculptors were creating masterworks 11,000 years ago. That's 6,000 years before Stonehenge, 4,000 years before the first Egyptian pyramids. But here's the question I want you to consider. If our prehistoric ancestors were capable of such sophisticated art and architecture 11,000 years ago, what other incredible achievements might be buried beneath the sands of time, waiting for future archaeological expeditions to uncover? I'm actually heading back to Göbekli Tepe in just a few weeks to witness ongoing excavations firsthand. Who knows what new treasures we'll discover together? What's your theory about these mysterious human statues? Do you think they represent gods, ancestors, or actual people who lived at Göbekli Tepe? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your archaeological theories. Don't forget to subscribe to Treasures of History for more mind-bending discoveries from lost civilizations. Hit that like button if this incredible find amazed you, and ring the notification bell because next week we're traveling to another prehistoric mystery that will absolutely blow your mind.